Today on Growing Idaho, as we grow, traffic, of course, continues to be a bigger and bigger problem. One of the solutions, as we see in bigger cities, is making public transit more available. So why isn't Valley Regional Transit here able to grow transit more? You guessed it, money. Valley Regional Transit is about 10 months into a major service overhaul, expanding high-demand routes and then cutting others. Ahead of tonight's public transportation hearing, VRT's CEO Elaine Clegg recently updated the Boise City Council on its progress, sharing numbers from fiscal year 2023 and 2024. Even though the service changes happened near the end of fiscal year 2024, the numbers show they managed to increase the number of people taking the bus, but only by about a percentage point. Clegg says, though, she's just happy the ridership didn't drop.
Because service changes are so hard to pull off and keep ridership is actually a really good sign, because we were able to do a major service change on how we deliver that service and still maintain the ridership.
Clegg says they'd love to expand bus service overall instead of just in places where people already use the bus and then cutting down other routes, but they just don't have the money for that. Idaho is the only state in the union that does not provide state funding for transit. VRT also cannot run a levy or impose a local option tax.
So it's been hard to respond to growth, and especially now, and recognizing how hard it is for cities at the moment.
While they collect fares and advertising dollars, VRT's biggest funder is the city of Boise, which is part of why Clegg was talking to council, letting them know how their investment is doing. She talked about the benefits the city is seeing and also the need for it to expand. 36% of Idahoans cannot drive themselves. The cost of driving in Idaho sits at nearly $15,000 per year. And since everyone hates traffic, Clegg pointed out if they could just move the same number of riders as Spokane does, which has a similar population, they could remove 9 million car trips a year from the roads.
So for us, it's not just about can we find more money so that we can grow? It's can we find more money so that we can have even more important and more meaningful impact on the region in a beneficial way.
Now, instead of just asking for money, they're also looking for ways to raise more money. VRT trying to increase ad revenue, partner with more service programs like from Micron and St. Luke's, and expand on-demand service. If you have questions, concerns, or comments about public transportation in the area, you're in luck. There's a public hearing tonight. It's during the Boise City Council meeting at Boise City Hall starting at 6 o'clock. Coming up.